Hello, beloveds. So I wanted to take a minute here after we've done our Temple of Light transmission today. And it's becoming very clear to me that there has been, almost like a threshold that we have crossed over. And in the last, from June into July, there's a sense of like we've gone through a gateway or a threshold, and I believe it was in April when we were doing our Galactic Federation transmissions, the Arcturians were talking about preparing our group for a bifurcation. And the bifurcation is, as many of us know, more or less, some souls are deciding to go and to stay in more karmic life experiences, and others are aligning with coming into a more soul-aligned experience, meaning co-creating with joy, love, peace, and presence. And we've been going through this bifurcation, and some people call it like the splitting of the earth or new earth, and saying that we'll be side by side by the souls that are, some are choosing to go into a more denser earth experience, and some are allowing themselves to come up in a higher frequency to come into a more aligned experience. And so this threshold that we crossed over through the end of June into July, it definitely, now that we've come through this full moon, there is a sense of, it's almost like a marker point of remember before July and remember the world after July. And my sense is that some souls have crossed over or passed through to these new frequencies, and some have chosen not to, either consciously or unconsciously. And this is going to start to be seen in our world probably through the end of the year at this point. And this, my sense is that some are going to be in the chaotic storm, and then others are going to be in the center or the eye of the storm, meaning that they have, surrendered to a certain level of their karmic energy. They've surrendered it and come more into alignment with who they truly are. And so they are lining up for a more co-creative experience, less chaotic experience. And then there may be those around us that are now going to go through a more chaotic experience so that then they can, at the next, it's like a bifurcation window. The next one, they can decide to let that go this time, to not go through it again. So I just wanted to say something about this, because my sense is that many of you may be feeling this as we are gearing up for this conjunction that's coming in here at the end of July, beginning of August, that's been building since 2019. So there's just been a lot of rapid change, a lot of rapid shifting. And I've found through readings either, people have been either really reactive, or there's a sense of displacement of, well, am I moving or am I not moving? Am I stepping into that new job or am I not stepping into that new job? And part of this, the biggest part of this is, being able to process it in the higher realms, in your higher consciousness before it materializes. But there's this push to go through this transformation gateway, this doorway that we've gone through. But then there's a sense of, okay, well, I went through here, but wait, am I supposed to do something on the material plane to represent that? And that's where this confusion, there seems to be some confusion coming in of how to bring forward this energy. I've been telling those that are in the events that I've been doing that there is a sense of, not a sense, but I'll use an example of myself. I was called to go down to Encinitas, the vortex there, to connect with the new energies coming in since December of 2021. And I was called there again April during the new moon eclipse that happened at the end of April. And at that time, I thought I felt called to move down there. And it was really about connecting to the vortex frequencies and allowing the new energy to come in, which I'm now putting into the Temple of Light events that I'm putting on as they've guided me to. But this is an example of, I thought I would move down there. I thought I was being called to move down there. Then the call to move down there dissipated as I moved forward with the higher frequencies that were calling in for me to work with them consciously, moving me into a higher level of awareness or beingness, and letting go of maybe a lot of ways in which I was doing things, right? For me, it's most palpable in the work that I present. So there may be that shifting happening with many of you or those around you. Again, a lot of people have been talking about extreme fatigue, okay? And I think this is also part of this massive shift, right? Because when we level up into a frequency, it's like we've just let go of everything that we've built up and we're used to, and now we've come to this new place that we're learning to function in this new frequency. And I feel like the next 6 months of the rest of this year is going to be unfolding all of these new ways of being with this frequency. So it's quite exciting. So there's either those that are embracing the new frequency and embracing the timelines that those new frequencies are playing out in terms of relationships, career, where you're going to live. And then there's those who were not ready to cross through that bifurcation threshold, and they're still going to go through some form of chaos in order to let go of the karmic routes that they are choosing to still play out. So it's going to be an interesting time, but it's going to be growth for everybody, just in different ways. And I hope that you're navigating the waters smoothly. And I am here in case you need a Shamanic Akashic Record reading, or if you want to join one of the events that I'm putting on Fridays at 11 a.m. to help you with these energies. So I hope that this helps some of you that are confused, because I know there was a lot of confusion end of June coming into July. And now that we're through this July full moon, this is more or less where what my guidance has been showing where we are at. And feel free for all of you to comment below and dialogue this with each other. I think that that's the important thing, is to just realize where you are amongst all of this, and what do you need to do? What are you either delaying and moving forward on, or holding back in growing out of, right? So it's a good time to check in if there's disorientation on which way to go, or wondering, what's going on. All right, sending you all so much love and light, and bye for now.